Welcome back to the deep dive, everyone. Our mission today is to explore the electric hypercar revolution, and we are using a pretty big stack of courses for this one. We've got Rimac's engineering specs, a press release on their new Nevera R, an EV performance market analysis, and a comparative technical review.
Yeah, it is a lot of data to sift through, but it really highlights this dramatic shift we're seeing from traditional combustion engines to EVs.
It really does. Okay, let's unpack this because you just have to imagine sitting on a starting line and, well, in under 2 seconds, you are going 60 miles an hour. I mean, you're out accelerating a Formula One car, but doing it entirely on battery power.
Right, and in near silence too. To actually understand how EVs are destroying these legacy speed records, we really have to look at the absolute pinnacle of the industry right now, which is the Rimac Nevera.
Yeah, the name itself is pretty intense.
Oh, absolutely. So Nevera is actually named after this really sudden lightning-filled Mediterranean storm that hits the Croatian coast. And the origin story is just wild. Mate Rimac basically started out by converting an old BMW to electric in his garage.
Wait, really? From a garage to where he is now?
Yeah, and now he literally controls Bugatti. It's an incredible trajectory.
That is insane. And, it makes sense when you look at the specs. I mean, 1,914 horsepower is absurd, but the detail that actually caught my eye wasn't the horsepower, it was the computing.
Oh yeah, the NVIDIA setup.
Exactly. It has an onboard NVIDIA supercomputer processing, like 6 terabytes of data an hour.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, is this a car or a drivable supercomputer?
Well, what's fascinating here is exactly how it handles all that power. Because it's not just hoarding that data, right? It is actively using it for all-wheel torque vectoring.
Which means what exactly for the driver?
So instead of a physical differential mechanically splitting power, you have independent electric motors at every single wheel. That supercomputer calculates the grip and micro-adjusts the magnetic field in each motor 100 times a second.
Wow, 100 times a second.
Yeah, and it has to do that to keep the car on the road. Plus, they use this massive carbon fiber monocoque. The battery pack itself actually acts as part of the structure, adding 37% to the overall stiffness.
That is wild. The battery is literally the spine of the car. Okay, so the base Nevera is already this hyper-intelligent grand tourer, but to dominate track records like the Nürburgring, the engineering had to evolve, right?
Exactly. Enter the Nevera R. They're only making 40 of these units, and they cost about 2.3 million euros each.
It's pocket change, right?
Right, totally. But they bumped the power up to 2,107 horsepower, threw on Michelin Cup 2 tires, and actually switched to fixed aerodynamics for 15% more downforce.
Wait, fixed aero? Usually shifting motorized wings are like the ultimate flex on a hypercar.
True. Active aero's great for straightaways, but fixed aero makes the car perfectly predictable in high-speed corners. The driver knows exactly how the car will behave.
Okay, I get that it's an engineering marvel, but I have to play devil's advocate here. So what does this all mean? Like, does shaving a few seconds off a record actually matter for the cars the rest of us drive?
I completely get the skepticism.
Hmm.
But if we connect this to the bigger picture, look at their ultimate validation test, the 0 to 400 to 0 kilometers per hour record.
Accelerating to 400 and then immediately braking to a dead stop.
Exactly. The standard Nevera did it in about 29 seconds. The Nevera R just did it in 25.79 seconds.
That is violently fast.
It is. And stopping safely from that speed proves the incredible efficiency of their EV regenerative braking mixed with the friction brakes.
Yeah.
That flawless blending of systems is exactly the tech that will eventually trickle down to make everyday commuter EVs safer and extend their range.
Oh, wow. So the extremes of the track are really just the testing grounds for tomorrow's highway. Well, I want to take a moment to thank you, the listener, for taking the time to join this deep dive into the electric hypercar revolution. It just fundamentally redefines what performance means.
It really doesn't. Actually, there's one final feature that points to where this is all heading. The Nevera features an AI driver coach. We're talking 13 cameras and 12 sensors, evaluating on-track performance in real time.
Like it's mapping out the perfect driving line mathematically.
Exactly. So think about the implication there. If AI can seamlessly manage a 2,000 horsepower hypercar at the absolute edge of physics, how soon until that exact same AI logic is trusted to fully dictate the daily flow of traffic in our cities?
Trading a human-driven mechanical beast for a fully AI-managed supercomputer, definitely something to mull over.